Hi there, and welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another action figure breaking news video. And my goodness, it's finally happening. Real Ghostbusters figures. We will get into it, but before we do, please hit that like button. Leave your thoughts on this breaking action figure news in the comments below. And if you are new here, please do subscribe to the channel as we're on our way to 2,000 subs here in 2024, and tickle that notification bell to find out the next time a video drops. Loads of live streams on the channel, loads of action figure breaking news videos, and all other sorts of action figure content. So come and join me on this action figure ride. And after quite a quiet news week of action figures, it's kicked off at C2E2 over the weekend then from a company I am very familiar with in Mondo Toys. Now, if you've seen the channel before, you know I am now completely all in on the Mondo Batman the Animated Series figures, the X-Men the Animated Series figures, and their soon-to-be Spider-Man the Animated Series figures. So lots I have in the collection from Mondo, and I must say they're some of the best figures in the actual collection. But let's get to the news then. So at C2E2, over in the good old US of A, of course, over the weekend, there has been a Mondo / sort of Funko panel. And then this news broke, and it was all over the internet last night. So this is the first time I've got a bit of availability to make a video, so I'm going to jump on with my thoughts. So shout out, of course, to Geek Dad Live and the YHS. So yes, have some podcast crew who have been spreading the information around YouTube. So go do check out their videos. But here are my thoughts. So you see it on the screen. All was shown then. So there's Attack Peter from Mondo on the stage. And there is a little panel shot. The Real Ghostbusters graphic was shown. And that's all we got. That set the internet ablaze. But people were wondering, is this going to be 12-inch or is it going to be 6-inch? Of course, Mondo, famous at the moment for doing the 1/6 scale, the 12-inch figures. But could the toy dreams come true of quite a lot of people out there, I think, to get like a proper, decent, collector grade action figure line of the Real Ghostbusters in the 6-inch scale? And ladies and gentlemen, your prayers have been answered. Your dreams have come true, because the YHS crew have got some information there directly from Mondo that this will be a 6.5-inch scale, so 1/12 scale action figure line. So not the 12-inch. We are down in the 6-inch then. So as I say, get your thoughts in the comments below on this one and let me know what you are thinking. So fully articulated figures from Mondo. And if you ever handle one of their 12-inch figures, they are utterly phenomenal in sort of paint deco and quality of action figures. So I'm really excited for this action figure line in the 6-inch scale. And of course, will this open any other doors to Mondo to be able to do other lines in the 6-inch scale? Of course, a lot of the master licenses, of course, held by Hasbro and McFarlane Toys, of course, for Marvel and DC. So they probably can't do those sort of figures in this scale. But again, I thought Hasbro was the master license holder of Ghostbusters, so maybe there's a bit of leeway there, because Hasbro aren't doing an awful lot with the Ghostbusters license. Of course, people have been hoping for Real Ghostbusters figures, and the most recent thing announced was 3¾ inch sort of Ghostbusters figures from Hasbro, not even the Plasma Collection figures. So I think this will have a lot of collectors very excited out there. So the information is telling us here that they will be released as deluxe 2-packs then. So as deluxe 2-packs, including the Ghostbusters and ghosts from the show. So there was about 10 seasons, I think, of the Real Ghostbusters cartoon off the top of my head, running from sort of the mid-80s to the early 90s. So yeah, there's a lot of ghosts to choose from. Of course, Hasbro did the original toy line, but not a lot of ghosts, I think, were exactly animation accurate in that line. So there have been some cool designs of the ghosts out there. So it would be very nice to see animation accurate versions. And more news then at SDCC 2024. So we're literally, what, three months or so away probably from San Diego Comic-Con. My goodness, doesn't time go quick? We're literally approaching the summer Comic-Con season. So we will find more out at Comic-Con. So deluxe 2-packs, 6-inch scale, coming from Mondo. Will they have some prototypes or anything like that in the cabinets at SDCC? That would be pretty cool to see in just a few months, if we could get some early sculpts. So they will be 2-packs. Of course, the only thing then popping in my head with Mondo, of course, if you're not used to the Mondo line, they can be a little bit pricey. So you're looking for a 1/6 scale figure in the region of $200, $220. That's all the price point. So are they just going to be half that price? So we're going to look at around $100 two packs. Are they going to go more budget friendly, be a $50 two pack? I don't know. I'd be heading towards you would be paying more higher fees on these. I'm going to say somewhere in the region I would expect these two packs to be $75 to $100. I would really think, if you're asking my opinion on that, that we would be in that sort of price point, somewhere between $75 and $100. If they're cheaper than that, I would be utterly surprised, because I'm sure the quality is going to be really good. Of course, NECA have done some great turtle two packs, and again, you're in the sort of $60 price point for a turtle two pack. But even turtle single releases these days are $40. So if you've got a Ghost and a Ghostbuster in the pack of that quality, double $40, yeah, an $80 price point. Could it be more? Leave your thoughts again in the comments below. But I wouldn't be expecting these to be the cheapest things in the world. But Mondo really do have the quality out there. So this could be a game changer for sort of 6-inch articulated action figures. Now, what do they look like? Well, we don't really know. Anybody paying attention to Fanplastic 4 on Instagram, of course, Alex from Mondo, one of the sculptors there, of course, last sort of Halloween time, he did release these sort of fan concept arts, I think, that he'd made of Ghostbusters. So were the clues there all along? Were they staring us in the face? Are these what we're going to look like? Of course, he's got the ghost there from sort of the Hasbro line, which again, of course, may not be part of it. But I think the main thing we take from this image is potentially what the actual figures will look like then. So there you see them there, Spangler, Venkman, Stanson, Zedmore, the four Ghostbusters themselves. It was another cartoon I did watch in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. I was watching quite a few episodes of these. I've always loved Slimer. Can't wait to have a decent Slimer in this line. That's going to be fantastic to get. I've had all sorts of Ghostbusters figures over the year. I've had the Mezco ones from the film. I've sold them. I've had some of the Diamond Select. They weren't the greatest, to be honest. I've got the Plasma Series figures from the movie, but yeah, again, they're not my favourite figures. They're sort of hidden behind the Star Wars section's a bit of an Easter egg in there. But I do like the cartoon designs. Diamond Select Toys have done these cartoon designs previously. But again, they go for some crazy money on the aftermarket, the Real Ghostbusters stuff. And they're not, to be honest, the greatest figures out there. But Mondo are really, really good at some of their sculpts. So I'm not overemphasizing that. Some of these figures are really good from Mondo. So very, very excited to see these in sort of 6-inch scale. That excited, I've already been on eBay thinking, right, I'm in on this collection. It's a cartoon. It's an 80s cartoon produced by the Deke. Of course, we have the G.I. Joe second series produced by the Deke. Yeah, I'm not saying Dick. Oh, I've just said it. I was saying the Deke. So the Ghostbusters are more of the Deke. Get your Deke in there. Get your Dekes in the chat. It's all going on. So yeah, I remember watching this as a kid. Quite a regular show I would watch as a younger child before I got into my sort of 90s cartoon of Spider-Man and Batman and the X-Men. I was watching sort of He-Man reruns. I was watching reruns of this pretty much because I wasn't born till 87. So yeah, definitely one I watched as a child. So fun colors rather than the sort of, if I'm going to say it, boring suit colors of the movie. Each character here, of course, having their individual colors. I was always really a fan, I think, of Egon. Really, Egon Spangler there, always my favorite. So it'd be really cool to have a figure of him. I was tempted by the Hasbro re-releases recently, actually, of the sort of 3 3/4-inch sort of old school Kenner figures, but I didn't pull the trigger. I thought, oh, hopefully something in the 6-inch will turn up. And look at that! Literally just a few months later, something in the 6-inch scale has turned up. So please do leave your thoughts in the comments below on this one. Are you excited now? Are you in on the Real Ghostbusters? But as I was saying, I'm so in. I've already been on eBay, and I was looking for Kenner Firehouse playset. So I was like, right, I do love a classic playset with a modern action figure line in front of it. I've done it with He-Man. I've done it with Batman in the toy collection. Power Rangers. I recently, have you seen some of the This Week in Toys pickup videos? I got the Power Rangers playset from the 90s. That's behind the Super 7 Lightning collection figures. The Biker Mice from Mars. I use a vintage playset with those modern Cell Toy Company figures. So I'm thinking, right, I need a firehouse. I need a Kenner Firehouse. So I'm on the lookout for a Kenner Firehouse. And thinking of that, will this lead to vehicles? Will we get Ecto 1 in a proper 6-inch scale from Mondo? Oh my God, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah, my fresh toy waters have been tickled on this one. I'm rather excited for some Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? Jay's Toy Collection UK. Full of the breaking news here. That wasn't quite the only thing on the panel. There was more Mondo news for the 1/6 scale. So they've done Batman, they've done Spidey, they've done He-Man. And now they are doing Thundercats. Thundercats coming to the 1/6 scale. Now, straight away, I'm going to say I'm out on this line. There is no way I can afford to collect this line with all the other Mondo lines that I collect. And I've got the Super 7 figures in the 7-inch scale. So they are going to have to do me, I think. But I would potentially like these. So there is Lion-O and Snarf then. Just some early concept art drawings. And again, well, these are going to be good, aren't they? If you've seen the He-Man figures, you've seen any of these Mondos in hand, I can't emphasize how good they really are in terms of their sculpting and their paint apps. So these will look really good on the shelf. So if you are a Thundercats fan, this could be a great line, but it's going to go deep, isn't it? It's going to go deep. You're going to have your Thundercats crew to complete all your villains from the show. I would like a Lion-O and a Mumra, but I don't think there is no way budget is going to stretch that far for me. But if you're into your Thundercats, good luck to you, because it's going to be a pricey one coming up in the 12-inch scale. But that was literally, I think, for today's sort of 2 Mondo C2E2 breaking news stories. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. As I say, leave your thoughts in the comment below. Let's talk some toys. Bit of an impromptu video. It's a Sunday night, so why not? So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you, of course, on the next video.